Hello traders, in this video we are going to go over the results of the Top Gainers trading plan so far after 36 trades and 3 weeks and a day. We started this on a Friday, so that's why it's 3 weeks and a day at this point. And I also want you to think about this question during this video. Are you more interested in having a high win rate or being a profitable trader? So think about that and think about what your answer is. And I think everything that I'm going to show you in this video is going to kind of shed some light on that question. So first of all, let's play the intro. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It tells you a little bit about me, what I'm doing here. If you've already seen it, just skip ahead about 3 minutes. Here we go. Welcome to Trading Armor. My name is David, and as of the recording of this introduction, it is August 15th, 2022. I've been actively trading the stock market for over 2.5 years now. I'm going to use this introduction for many videos, so check the date of the one you're watching right now. It's probably much more recent. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and feel free to skip over this intro. But if you're new around here, thanks for stopping by and allow me to introduce myself and give you a few reasons as to why you may or may not want to stick around. My journey as a trader began in May of 2020, and like most new traders, I quickly realized that trading is not as easy as most people make it out to be. In fact, it's downright difficult. Luckily, even when I was new, I approached it with caution, which kept me from blowing up my account. Eventually, I realized that if I had any chance of being a profitable trader, that I needed not only a good strategy, but a well thought out and written day trading plan. I also needed the discipline to trade that plan exactly the same way every single day. I get my discipline from forward testing all of these trading plans by taking 100 trades or more, collecting the data, and from that data I can produce statistics. Once I know my statistics, I can go into the market with some expectation of what's going to happen, and that makes it very easy for me to stay disciplined and stick to my plan. We've already proven a small cap trading plan profitable after taking 100 trades, but we also proved that plan was quite tedious to trade. So right now, I am currently forward testing 2 new trading plans. One of them is for active day traders, people that want to trade the market every single day right at the open. That plan is called the Top Gainers Trading Plan, and the other plan is quite different. Both of them can be traded individually or simultaneously. The other plan is for people that may not be around during market hours or just don't have any desire to sit in front of charts all day. That's the SPXL day trading plan. Now, both of those trading plans have their own playlist on my YouTube channel, so you can check those out. Now, it's important to know that I am not a professional trader. I have absolutely no formal financial education. In fact, my first degree is in music, and later on I went back to school for physics. Yeah, physics. And I just recently finished a master's degree in medical physics, and I know all of that might sound really strange, but apparently I have a curious, creative, and problem-solving mind, which allows me to approach trading in a novel way. So stick around if you'd like to watch me try and apply my odd educational background and unique life experiences to the very unusual world of the stock market. Thank you. All right, so that's it. If you're new here, hopefully that was helpful to you. So let's get into the results. And I also want to give you a little, first of all, we were talking about the Top Gainers plan in that intro. That's what we're talking about today. This is the parameters of that plan. That's what we're trading here. We've been trading it now for 36 trades for 3 weeks and 1 day. We started on July 29th. And I want to focus on the results, but I also want to compare this to the other plan that we tested, which was the small cap trading plan that took a very long time to gather the data. You could see we started it back in mid-September 2021, and we just completed it in June of 2022. There were a few months where I had to take off from trading for other things. But still, even if you didn't take any time off, I think about 6 or 7 months would be how long it would take to take 100 trades with this trading plan, which made it very tedious to trade. And you could see that the results were we were up 15 times our risk after 100 trades. So it takes a very long time. The criteria to enter a trade, the criteria to pick a stock, and all of that was very, how should I say, like discriminatory. It was very specific, and the whole point of all of that, oh, let me get rid of my camera because I know you guys can't see everything that I'm showing you on the screen. Sorry about that. So yeah, the whole point of all of that criteria, so there's that 15R that we were up. I don't think you could see that a second ago, but all of the criteria that we chose should make the trade more likely to work out, basically. And this is like well-known things that everyone talks about, and you read it in trading books, that if this and this happen, and you enter here, then the trade has a high probability of working out. Well, I was kind of testing all of that stuff. I have a whole playlist of the small cap trading plan if you want to see what I was doing, what I was looking for. And it turns out it didn't really make much difference at all. We lost a lot of trades. We did end up profitable after 100 trades, but I mean, it was grueling. It was a grind. Maybe that's just the way it is. But you could see our win rate. So for the 3R profit target, our overall win rate was almost 30%, and break even is 25%. And again, that's with that very strict criteria of all these criteria need to be met before we take a trade. This is the results of that. I think it's pretty interesting because I think, if you're a new trader and you watch other trading videos, you get the idea that if you wait for this perfect setup, that you have a 90% chance of winning that trade, or even maybe a 75% chance of winning that trade. And you start doing that and you see, wow, time and time again, I'm losing trades, and you start to question things, right? So that's kind of what this plan was all about. So here we are at trade number 1, below break even. Trade number 2, 40% win rate. Trade number 3, 37.5% win rate. So that was the small cap trading plan. What we're talking about today is the top gainers trading plan, and the big contrast between these two plans is the top gainers plan has a very simple criteria for getting into trades. It's not complicated whatsoever. It only has a few things that you must see, and then you get in the trade, and you'll see the results. So far, we've only taken 36 trades. They're pretty close to this. So let's go right to those, like the win rate and trade 1 or entry 1, 2, and 3 on this chart. So here we go. Overall win rate, almost 28%. It dropped a little this week. We had actually 4 max loss days this week, and we're still profitable with this plan. That's, I think, really interesting. And we can't really fairly compare all this data with the other plan because that was with 100 trades. And right now we're at 36 trades with this. But this is just to give you an idea. So again, here's the results of the small cap plan, and here's the results of the top gainers plan so far. So very close. And again, we're still taking trades. We're still collecting data. But we are profitable with this plan so far. That might be kind of surprising to you after we've had so many max loss days this week. We're up still $26. We're only trading with $100 per trade. We're not risking $100, but we're trading with $100. So the risk right now, the average risk is somewhere around $3.50 or $4 per trade, and we're up $26. So that's where we are right now. The other stuff that's really interesting that we're tracking is, well, let me look at this first. The probability of a 1 and done day, the probability of 2 in 1 day, 3 in 1 day, and the probability of a max loss day. I find this very helpful going into the trading day, knowing what to expect. This makes it easy to stick to your trading plan and to have trader discipline. Everyone always wonders, how can I trade with discipline? How can I stick to my plan? By knowing the results of your plan. That's how, by knowing your statistics. And I know it's not that easy to track, but I'm trying to kind of give you guys some ideas and show you how you can do that. And this is obviously our P&L curve, which may look pretty erratic. One of the reasons for that is because this tracks every single trade, not just the trading days themselves. So, but one thing I want you to consider is, what if instead of this, kind of crazy jagged line, this was a line from here, $0 to here right now? You could see an obvious uptrend. And if you just saw kind of the smoothed out version of this line, you'd probably think, hey, this is a pretty good plan. It's obviously profitable over time. And that is true so far. So the other stuff that's very interesting is we are tracking alternate profit targets. We are trading for 3R, but we're tracking 2R all the way up to 10R. And so far, 3R is winning by far. We're up 4 times our risk with 3R, which doesn't seem like much, but look at compared to the other profit targets, including 2R. And we were up quite a bit more last week. I think we were up like 10R. And as I said, we had 4 max loss trade days today, or this week. So it's just been a rough week for the trading plan, but we don't really care about that. We just keep trading the plan as is, and we're tracking the data. We need to get to 100 trades before we know if this thing works or not. You're going to have rough weeks even with a profitable trading plan. That's just the way it is. So anyway, the other stuff that's interesting, I think, here is that if you see these grayed out trades, like all the data from those trades is showing here, and it's built into the results. But those were trades that, looking back, there was something I did wrong or that didn't meet the plan or whatever. But instead of just leaving them off the spreadsheet, which I don't think is fair, because nobody's a perfect trader, and even when you get really good at trading your plan, you're going to make mistakes sometimes. So it's a good idea to track the results from those mistakes. But what if I was a perfect trader? What if I traded perfectly, didn't make those mistakes? Then I have this Top Gainers idealized plan, which you can see here, and I want to go to the kind of the results to show you something that I think is pretty interesting. So if you look at, this is not the idealized. We're going to flip back and forth a few times. This is the plan as is with my mistakes and everything. The overall win rate with my mistakes is almost 28%. And then the idealized plan, the overall win rate is 24%, which is below break even. But again, I know this is going to get a little complicated here. This is actually more profitable than the other results. If you look at the overall P&L, we're up $37.72. It's right there. And that may seem crazy, and that's kind of, I'm bringing you back to the original question. You know, what are you more concerned with, a high win rate or being profitable? If you were, you know, a real trader, which means that the whole reason for trading is to produce a profit, then that's all you should care about. You shouldn't care about your win rate. And all of this stuff is kind of theoretical. The ideal the break-even win rate for 3R is 25%, but not every single trade is going to be exactly the same risk. And that's why we're trading this plan with cash, with real money, and we are trading with the same relative position size on every single trade by using the same percentage of my account on every single trade. So, and this shows you that even though this thing has a lower win rate, it's more profitable than the Top Gainers plan with my mistakes. So hopefully, you know, that might have been a little bit confusing, and that's not what I'm trying to do here is to confuse you. I'm trying to kind of make you think about what you're hearing in other trading videos and trading courses and whatever, that you know, the goal seems to be a high win rate, not to lose trades. And I don't think that that's really a good way to think about trading if you're going to stay in it for the long run, because you have to get used to losing. I think that any profitable trading plan is going to lose more often than it wins. But as long as you're profitable after all the trades, that's all that matters, and that's what we're trying to do here. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to trade the same plan as we've been trading, the exact same way every single day, despite the rough week we had this week. And that's it. We're going to keep tracking the data, and we'll know after 100 trades if this thing really is profitable. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. I know there was a lot of talking, but there was some important messages that I wanted to try to get across. Hopefully I was successful. If you have any questions about anything on these spreadsheets that I didn't talk about, or anything I did talk about that you didn't understand, just let me know in the comment section below. As always, let me turn my camera back on for this little outro. As always, I like to leave you guys with the idea that you need to go into every single trade with a plan, and you need to stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.